The minute we got hurt, Jeannie Coulter and I were hurt, our phones really never rang again because we said why we got hurt. And that's what blows our mind to this day. And because of all of the reams of film that we've given this industry over the years, the footage that we've gotten for these people, and we're treated like this. We get hurt, and we say why we got hurt, and now we never work again. I say, come on, producers, where are you? Do we really, really deserve this? I mean, we were tops. Our phone never stopped ringing for years. And now we struggle to pay a bill. I mean, and this isn't whining. This is just being factual of what the blacklist will do to you. It so affects you emotionally. It affects you physically. You become jaded. I'm very jaded. It's obvious, I'm sure, in a lot of ways. I'm jaded, but I deserve a little bit more respect than what, and Jeannie too, for those of us that have been hurt on purpose. We deserve a little bit more than what we've gotten out of all of our years of service to producers and movies. You wouldn't want this to happen to your daughter. No one would. But, you know, in a way, they picked the wrong girl. They picked two of the wrong ladies to do this to because she's after him too. And I said, I'm after every bad guy in this business today because they can't hurt me anymore. They already took everything from me that I worked for all my life. I should be second unit directing action today. But again, the blacklisting is something that, in a way, we wear it as a badge. It's a badge. Because I survived them. I survived them, and now I'm going to be around hopefully just long enough to make things better. That's I don't want any more stunt women to have to go through what we went through. This is ludicrous, especially when you're talented and have skills and you want to use those skills, and they belong in this industry. But like I say, I thank God for my book. It does tell a story. I was able to get the other book written by another writer, the history of stunt women. I was able to achieve that, never been done before. So I'm proud of that fact, that those are two stories that are important stories for stunt women, because stunt women are still trying to be defined. And all I'm trying to do is elevate to parity, to where we should be, because there's not a stunt that a woman can't do if it's rigged right, if it's set up right, and if they had the roster to go to know that whoever's in that roster deserves to be there and is the best of the best. They'll be there. Say if I needed somebody to do a high fall, say, I need 3 women. I need an African American, a white, and a Latino or Asian to do high falls. I'll go to the roster, pick up the ethnicity. There's 10 or 15, 20 women that could do it, that have proven themselves to do it, that they can hit the middle of that bag every time. Doing a frontwards, doing a backwards, doing a freeform. They hit the center of that bag every time. They have to. Because 2 of the women that have been killed by missing the bag, which should have never been killed, because in my estimation, when you're going to do a high fall, you don't have to go over 50 feet, because cameras and editors can make it look like 150 feet. But they didn't have any safety around the bags. You would hire, I would think, 4 of the biggest, burliest stuntmen you can get to be on each corner of that bag. So if you see she's coming towards you on that bag, you can keep her on the bag. They ended up going off the bag. One ended up going between the bag and the wall, head first. Needless deaths. So there has to be some changes. We're so flawed and we're so blind right now that people, I don't know what it's going to take. I think David Robb just wrote about another injury. Crew members got hurt, producers got hurt from a stunt gone wrong with a car. We don't know who they were yet. We know the producer was on some show. It's in his recent article on Deadline. But anyway, there has to be changes, and if the Guild won't change it, SAG won't listen to make the changes, then the only other hope is that the producers will step forward and say, yeah, we want the best in the business, and we're going to make it the best in the business. We'll adopt this roster so that we get the best in the business. Because we deserve that. I mean, well, the accumulated injuries over the years and years yeah, that's our risk. But we're there to make the producer happy, and I think we deserve a little bit more than what we're getting.